Okay, guys, so today our last three words. We're looking at Blanche, hybrid, and idiosyncrasy. So what does the word Blanche mean? Pale. So you can use it as past tense, right? You can use it to change the tense. Blanche, Blanche is blanched. All right, what about hybrid? What's a hybrid? It's a mixture of something with something new of its own kind, right? Good. And then finally, what is an idiosyncrasy?
Peculiar personality trait.
Peculiar personality trait. So we're running sentences for each of those. And as we do that, I thought we'd go ahead and review our other 12 words while you're writing your sentences for those. All right, from yesterday, what is a raiment? Piece of clothing. Article of clothing is a raiment. Good. Grandiose.
Something like big or like
Something big, magnificent.
fancy.
Yes, showy, magnificent. You wouldn't ignore something grandiose. You just could not, no matter what it is. What about eclectic? Eclectic.
Variety.
Okay, variety from more than one source. Very good. And heterogeneous. Different. Good. Finesse. Yes. Diplomacy, tact, artfulness. Masochist. Yes, and this is not really funny, but I just found it odd. I told Miss Andrews yesterday I made the Kahoot for lesson 9, and I usually make them private because I don't know, I don't have to. I could make them public so other people use it. But somebody flagged it, and all it was just my definitions and words from that. And I guess someone had to do that word. I thought, well, I can take it up with the ACT.
Shame on you.
I'm not kidding about that.
I know.
I know it.
The time that I bring it, I leave it in my car.
Right, but you know, I've got to do better and make sure y'all are all on your Chromebooks. Okay, we talked about masochist. What about chimerical? Imaginary, good. And sapient.
It's like wise.
What is it? Yeah, wise, that's right. And nubile?
Like age of marriage.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
New to the age of marriage.
Yes. Well, that someone is typically talking about females. They're ready. They're at the age. They're mature enough to marry. That's right. And what about harbinger? An omen. What about pejorative? A pejorative?
Like derogative.
Yes, derogatory, harmful.
That's the only way I can put that. Like,
Sure.
derogatory.
That's okay because that's good because you want to use it in place of derogatory, right? That helps you know what it means. Okay. Finally, machination. What is machination?
Evil plan.
An evil plan. Very good. And idiosyncrasy, good. Giving on just a couple minutes because we have 3 today.
Which term do you today?
We are doing Blanche, hybrid, and idiosyncrasy. Yes. What have I done here? Let me see it. Okay, I'm trying to figure out, guys, my password for Kahoot. I've forgotten what it is. Okay. No help. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry I'm late.
We're just going to bump out.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They're not gonna rush. I hope so. I got to see what my three is. Cause they will be going right over, like, all around. Oh.
Đi cho mình thèm.
We got any more things? Three.
You give me a little bit, the Wi-Fi set up.
Y'all are Wi-Fi?
Everything is slow.
Oh,
It's the gas Wi-Fi.
Guess what, Mike?
Oh,
Or the Chromebook Wi-Fi.
okay.
It's still slow.
Okay.
You lost track of time. You went to Sonic.
That's the reason why you don't. Well, the thing is, you are trying out. No,
They're pretty much off their legs. They're ready to be bulky. They're gonna be they have problems with everything. If they be
See, that's the reason why I miss so many.
Sure.
Because they're only gonna lose. See, the thing is, we're probably the only team that they're gonna lose this year. We're not gonna lose the Guardians. They're decent, but we're just gonna one over. The thing is, we're the only team that's gonna be able to cover it.
Bro, I
hated the Eagle. But no, I hated it as that. I know, the thing is, if we lose the Pokey, that's gonna be a while, it's gonna be like a weird matchup.
I just really feel like this year has been a lot of like pressure. It's like, no, can we just play?
It's Riggs. Do you care to check the chat real quick?
What is it?
Do you care to check the chat real quick?
I sure will, yes. Okay, all right, so just be patient.
It'll cut out in and out, but I'll get back on if I get kicked off because it
Okay.
only kicks off for like maybe 30 seconds to a minute.
Got it. Sorry, that's aggravating. I'm so sorry. Well, today we're going to finish going over the all the little research we did, and we'll
Okay.
start reading Sir Gawain the Green Knight. So that's what we'll be doing. I'll be recording the whole time. So
Okay.
all
And
right.
if it won't let me back on, or if something comes up and something happens, I'll email you so you know.
Thank you. Very good. Perfect. Thank you, Zach.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, let's go over these really quickly. I want to remind you all of something. A lot of you did not do, or you didn't turn in, submit your, on Friday when I wasn't here, you had a 4-question quiz. I need you to push submit or turn in. Because if you didn't, I can't, I'm having trouble with that. So, and I put the grades in, and I had like a large amount of this class not turn them in. So I think you did them. I just don't think you turned it in for me. So if you don't mind to make sure you've done that. If you haven't answered those 4 questions, please do so that I can put your grade in, okay?
Did you give me? I don't remember.
Offhand, you know, I have to look. I don't know.
You're scary.
No, I don't want to scare you. Let me. Well, I think you did it. You should have. I mean, well, you can do it now. Don't stress. And that's, let me just announce. If it won't embarrass anybody, I'll just announce. Actually, let me stop presenting. Oh, okay, I caught it. I have to throw my grade book up there. Okay, so, who did not turn it in? Okay, I don't have Zach's and I don't have Sierra's. Braden, Caden, Brennan, and Maddie's. And that's not finished. I didn't finish my line there. Let me see who else does not have it turned in. Let me see real fast. So if y'all would just make sure you've done that. If you haven't done that, just go to, make sure you get that finished. That's for 4. This was my biggest class for people not to have done it. And so, you know, I wasn't here, so I don't know. There's just a lot. Okay, so Maddie did. I don't have Maddie's or Landon's, Braden's. Jacob Tyler, I don't have yours. Robert Taylor, I don't have yours.
Why do you gotta do that?
Well, I didn't finish that. Landon, no. And Daniel. Daniel, I don't, you need to submit yours too. Okay? There. Now I will go back to presenting.
I gotta do it again.
No, you just, if you already done it, you should be able to submit it, right? Okay, okay, guys, so let's go over our sentences because if I could probably give y'all the whole period, and on the sentences, we got to get them done. So Tyler, let's read your sentence. Do you mind to read yours?
Robert Chase blanched when he saw John on Leonard full speed.
Perfect. And Grant?
I blanched when I saw the ghost.
All right. And Logan?
I am a Blanche boy.
Okay. Well, Robert? Yes. And Jacob? I was blanched when we lost the game. And Braden? Perfect. And Jonah?
The man thinking blanched when he came out of the heart.
Good. And Caden? Caden, do you mind to read yours? I was blanched when the Heat beat the Lakers. Okay, good. I'm just wondering why none of my virtual people are on this. I don't know why they're not on this with us. Okay, Abigail, can you hear me? Can you read yours?
Yeah, my face blanched when I saw the needle go in my arm.
Okay. So guys, listen, my virtual people should be on right now doing this also. It looks like Abigail's my only virtual person doing it. All right, hybrid. Tyler, will you read your sentence for hybrid?
The hybrid soup was very different and very tasty.
Great. And Jacob? There are hybrid cars that run on gas and are electric. And Logan? Good. And Braden? Our dog had a pack of hybrid puppies. And Caden? Good. Hybrid cars run off of gasoline and solar power. Jonah?
The dog was a hybrid of 11 and 2.
Perfect. And Grant?
Franz Michelson is a hybrid of a vampire.
Good. And Robert? Perfect. And Abigail?
Yeah, the hybrid dog was a mix of Labrador and Husky.
Perfect. Okay, guys, our final word is idiosyncrasy. And Tyler,
Not any money in the stock of my Robert's idiosyncrasy.
Good. And Jacob, I had an idiosyncrasy about how I should be doing my work. Logan,
I have multiple.
idiosyncrasies. Good.
Both of them over there.
Good. All right, Jonah.
The man's idiosyncrasy made him so free.
Perfect. And Kaden writes, having my phone with me at all times is an idiosyncrasy of mine. I don't think you're alone in that, for sure. And then Robert.
Keeping a order in my back pocket is one of my idiosyncrasies.
Perfect. Hey, guys, we're talking too much. Too much talking. All right, and Grant.
Is C, is that what you said?
Idiosyncrasy.
Idiosyncrasy, but something else.
Yeah, okay, something else. And Braden, leaving all the lights on is an idiosyncrasy of mine, okay? And Abigail,
Closing all the doors in the house was an idiosyncrasy of the little boy.
perfect. Okay, now guys, this test is Friday. Typically what y'all like to do is like tomorrow we might do a Kahoot and then finish our vocab sheets together. And then on Friday, before you take your test, we can review the prefixes, suffixes for bonus. And if you want to play Kahoot, do that as well. So Friday, it's important that you bring your AR book so that you can read after the test, letting for everyone to finish, because we'll need to do that before we move on, okay? Test day, usually we might have a little time, sometimes we don't. So it's good to always have your AR book. Guys, those are due next Wednesday. The 14th is the deadline for that, so please remember that. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and continue our short research that we've done. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the work. Oh, that's the wrong, I'm in the wrong class. I'm 4. All right. All right, so King Arthur. Here we go. I know that I was in a pattern yesterday, but I think I may just go through and ask. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the main document to see how many people actually put it on here first, and then we'll go through and pick up kids who just put it on their own document. So we've already talked about, I think, Guinevere, Nick, you shared yours, and Logan. Logan, have you shared? I don't think you've shared yours yet, have you?
Oh, you read it.
Oh, I did read it? Okay.
Hey, you said something about it. You said something about it?
I did say something about it.
I think I think we did follow it too.
We did, but hang on. So guys, listen, this is part of learning. So when you cite a source, and this is like what you do on a works cited page is what I've asked you to do. I've asked you to put the source down like a works cited page. So on a works cited page, this would not be enough, right? You have to go to Britannica, and I'm pretty sure it cites it for you. You just have to put it in the right order. It's got all these pop-ups that I just can't stand. But anyway, so this is the order. So what you would do is article title, King Arthur in quotation marks. Logan, if you'll go back and do this, so you'll get all the points, okay? I'm not going to take class time for me to do it because it would take forever, and I don't think anybody wants to be painful and go through that. So just follow that order. Article title, publisher, date published, access date, and URL. So, they don't put it in the order and they don't write it out for you, but there is all your information right there that you need. Okay. Yes.
I don't know how many points I need.
AR points?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
We don't have to do this right now.
no, I know it, but let me just stop for just a minute. Guys, I need you to pay attention. We went to the library, Miss Park shows. I know that I'm the worst. I'm going to do something and do it several times, especially with technology before I get it.
Like, I'm
So-
on the AR thing,
Right.
Progress,
Right,
where I would usually go.
right, and that's where you need to go. So you go to Star and AR, and you log in, and then you go to your progress in the top right-hand corner.
I need 80 points where I could.
No. You need this one right here.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Does anyone else need help with the
Miss Riggs?
Okay, here's the thing. This can take all period. Guys, go ahead and pull that side up. Go ahead and I'll come around at the end of the period and point, show you how many points you need, okay? Yes, Brennan? Okay, fine.
Barbara, I told you earlier, start up before you open your class.
I'm just saying,
It's just.
It's blue, black, being.
That's what it's.
Black Bill
That's what
Wade.
it is.
Boy, I thought something.
That's one.
You got a bag.
You just not, you guys are here, you should write in. And Maddie wasn't here either. Okay, any other questions on AR? Shh, before we go on, AR, are we okay? All right, so let me go back to Logan. Are you going to add to that? Am I gonna have to fret over? I don't want to have to take points off your entry. Please go back and add the rest of what you need, okay? Okay, next is, I read Tyler's. Tyler's looks good. I'm just trying to fiddle with this right here, and that's just how it's going to look. That's good. All right, did we read Landon's? Landon looks good, right? Again, if you're out there wondering, how do I do this? Guys, if you have no source to look it up like EasyBib, you always look for an author. If there's no author, you go with the title, and then you're going to look for the web page name. Then you're going to be looking for the publisher, the date it was published, it's on the web, the date you accessed it, and the website. All right, that's what you do. All right.
Yesterday I was actually asking you about that because it's not showing me a publisher.
Are you on EasyBib? That's why I almost just want to throw. I just want to say, you know what? We can do it without EasyBib. We just need to learn how to do it ourselves.
Me and my homies hate you.
Because it lets you down a lot. Okay, so Robert, do you want to share yours about armor? Okay.
Okay, so basically, from what I gathered from all the information,
I have it up here. Do you want to make it bigger? Can you see it?
Yes, please.
Sure will.
So basically, the armor
Yes.
was very layered. It
Okay.
was super layered and heavy. Also, there was a bunch of chain locks upon the armor. There was different styles and
Guys.
how the material. The material was it depended upon where you were within the town.
Right.
So basically, yes, and it depends upon which a rank.
Okay.
So that's basically what I gathered from most of it was pictures.
Okay.
So that's basically what I got from everything.
I love it. So you told us a lot. You told us it's layered.
It's very layered. There's chain locks
Okay.
around metal, basically metal gardens and so it's a lot of layers.
Everything on it had a meaning then.
Yes.
I think so you could tell maybe where someone was from.
Yes.
And it was okay. Wonderful.
Depending upon the style.
Okay. Now,
You have to look at it.
Robert, you too. You're like Logan.
Yes. It was just because I couldn't really find publisher.
Okay. Well, I mean, here it is. So the first thing you would do, there's no author I see.
Yeah.
So it would have to be armor would be first. You put that in quotation marks.
I thought, okay. Turn it off.
Hey, I'm on Amazon.
Yeah, I do.
Crazy.
Okay, so next would be medieval warfare armor and shields. I don't see a date on it. So then you could do web, the date you accessed it, and the web address would be what you would need on that
Okay.
to give you full points. I want to give you full points. Okay, Grant, you shared yesterday, Grant? Okay, so Grant, looking at yours too, yours needs to be, and guys, I know you went through Miss Eggers. I know though we had COVID. What happened with your research paper? Did that?
Yes, sir.
Nah, we didn't finish it. Yeah, we really didn't finish it in time. Just tried.
Okay, so you guys need this because how many of you guys are planning on going to college? I mean, you're going to post-secondary. You will be writing papers that you have to have sources. So you guys need to learn how to do this. All right. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn Go Guardian on. I have not done it until now, but I want to make sure we're all to make sure we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing, okay?
Okay, Ms. Rick, so
Yes.
okay, so the title, which will be order,
Yes.
then you do the website.
The name of the website.
Name of the website.
There's no date, there's no other publisher listed. I would just go ahead and I put the word web, period, the date you accessed it, which was probably either yesterday or,
Okay, yeah, that was just.
okay? And then I would just put the link at the end. That's all you can do there. You're welcome. Okay, now Grant, yours, you need to go back and do exactly what Logan and Robert. Are you doing it now? If y'all need help, email me. I can help you. And I want to take time. I want you to learn this. So, because it's coming up again. Okay, Daniel, you want to share yours? Okay. A legend is a traditional story, sometimes popular, regarded as historical, but unauthenticated, which means what? It's popular, it's been handed down, but it is not, we don't know if it's what parts are true or not, right? Very good. Okay, now he even goes into detail here listing popular legends like Lancelot of the Lake, French Lancelot du Lac, one of the greatest knights in Arthurian romance, lover of Arthur's Queen Guinevere, and was the father of the pure knight Sir Galahad. Okay, this is beautiful. This is perfect. He's done everything. The only thing I'm going to do is move that period inside that quotation mark. And that is perfect. I'm going to italicize that. And, well, okay, so I'm going to add a couple things. So I'm going to add web. And then, Daniel, you accessed this what day? Yesterday? Okay, so that was the 6th. Okay, guys. Jonah, ready to share?
Yes. I got a quest, and the quest is the journey that someone takes in order to achieve a goal or complete a core task. It comes from the evil Latin word quest, which means perfect theory. The example of quest is Beowulf's journey from Asgard to the
Okay, excellent work. This is great. He's done. Guys, listen right now. Just listen. I know I'm fussing at you, but I really grates on my nerves to have the talking when I'm talking, or when anybody's talking, when we're a whole class. I don't think you mean to be rude, but it's rude and it's wrong. I mean, it's not appropriate to do that. I'm just letting you know I'm laid back, but I'm not that laid back, and really no one should be. So when I'm speaking or when someone else is speaking, I need you to please be quiet. You'll get your tech time, even though you probably don't deserve it today. I've had to fight you today. Anyway, back to what I was bragging. I'd rather brag than fuss. This is excellent. This is an excellent example. He's done his MLA right. He's defined it as a quest. And it's important to know what a quest is, because you're going to see Sir Gawain taking a quest upon himself to achieve this goal. All right, very good. Okay, Abigail has done Sir Gawain. Abigail, would you like to share yours?
I'd prefer you do it.
Okay, sure. Okay, so Sir Gawain is a knight of the Round Table. He was King Arthur's nephew and considered one of the greatest knights. Very true. The Lord's lady was fond of Sir Gawain. She gave him a belt that would protect him from danger. This is actually from the Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Sir Gawain chopped off the Green Knight's head and took him 3 times to do it. And it took him 3 times to do it. Yes. Then Lancelot killed Sir Gawain. Okay, that's a lot. Now, we're not going to get all of that in Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. We're just going to get a part of that. We're reading just a part of that. Okay, messed up again. Green Knight's head. Okay, very good. Now, looking at Abigail, I know you got some work to do on this. I'm not picking.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
the thing that I was trying to there was no like person on the source page, and there was no like date it was created, so I was like, what?
Okay, now the only thing about that, it's kind of like, just think about it. If it's no person and no date, it's like just like someone you don't even know with no face coming up to you and saying, this is going to happen. And so would you tend to believe a person like that?
Not credible.
Well, I mean, it's just, and I haven't been so picky. I'm not picking on Abigail's, because there's a couple on here that I would not I would not think her as credible. So it's not necessarily, I'm not picking on her at all. But so if it doesn't, typically if it doesn't have an author and it doesn't have a date, you can still cite it, right? We've got to know where it comes from. So what can we add to this link? Well, we know you had to look it up under Sir Gawain. So that would go in quotation marks, right? And I want to go ahead and go to this. It's a Weebly. So it's like off one of those, I'm not even sure. I can't get to it, but it's just try to cite it. Abigail, let me know if you need help. But you could do the title, you could do web and the date you accessed it with that right there, and that would be better.
Okay.
All right, Brayden. Okay. Oops. All right. Let me just see how many times I can mess up. All right, so Brayden, and would you like to share yours, Brayden? I'm sorry. Okay, Brayden. So Medieval Castle, and this is perfect. He has done perfect work here. Author. This is the article title, his source, the sponsor, the date it was written, or the date he accessed it, and the perfect website. All right, medieval castles were built in Europe and the Middle East. They were built from large stone structures and sometimes smaller wooden enclosures. The castles that were built would allow the king to control the surrounding land. Very important for castle, right? These castles would be built with several features in mind to defend against attackers. Some features included moats, keeps, walls, towers, and a fortified gatehouse. Excellent. Excellent work. Very good. Okay, Brennan. Now, Brennan, you're not quite finished because you missed. And so I said I was going to help you cite this one also. Or are you finished? Okay, well, it's not, we can cite it together. I told you we'd do it together. So do you want to share yours, Mythical Quest? Okay, so Mythical Quest, in search of adventure, romance, and enlightenment. You will find stories depicted in works that reflect the fascination over 4,000 years, the search of true love, everlasting glory, and spiritual enlightenment. Yes. So on the quest, typically, there's like a challenge. They go on this journey. They're tested in some way, and they have to come back for it to be a complete quest, kind of like a complete circle. Very nice. And she chose the British Library. Brennan, do you mind to if you put the link up there in a minute, we can go to it and cite it together, okay? All right, so everyone else I'm going to have to go to this and just pull them out, right, for student work. So, okay, it looks like, all right, Caden, would you like to share yours, Caden? No? Okay. Well, then I'm going to read it. You don't mind if I read it? Okay. All right, so here we have this. Yes, this looks good. So it listed specifically Adam as an editor. He's one of the editors. Is that right? My understanding? Okay, so that's right. We would just want to capitalize, proper nouns would capitalize their name. But that's perfect. That looks really good. That's a perfect citation there. Okay, so he had Excalibur. Excalibur was King Arthur's sword. When Arthur was a boy, he was able to pull a sword out of a stone, but in another story it says that Excalibur was given to him by the Lady of the Lake. All right, so here we have legends again. We have more than one legend, more than one story. Sometimes they are parallel, sometimes they contradict each other, but very good work. Excalibur, in either story, it is King Arthur's sword. Excellent work. Very good. All right, let's see. Who else do we not have, or do we? Let me go back here. We've done, Jacob, we've done yours, haven't we? Jaden, we have looked at yours. Okay, so Jaden, okay, this is another perfect citation. Jaden, would you like to share, or do you want me to share it?
You can share it if you want.
Okay, I don't mind, but I love it. I would love it when y'all do it, because it's like you're here. But I don't want to force you to do it if you don't want to. Okay, Lady of the
I'll share it.
Awesome. Okay, good.
Lady of the Lake was Merlin's spouse and had residence at the lake in, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Avalon.
Avalon. She learns her magic from Merlin, who she refuses to give her love to until he teaches her all his secrets, but later betrays him even if he could foresee it in his future. He was powerless to avoid it.
Wow. Okay. So she's a very powerful lady, right? Two powerful people got together there. Very excellent. All right. That is fantastic work. All right, we've done Braden's. Jonah, we've done yours, haven't we? We did Landon's already, Logan's. Maddie, Hunt, are you finished? Maddie was not here the other day. We've done Nick's. Robert's we've done. Tyler, have we done yours? All right, and Zach. Okay, so are you all not quite finished yet? My people who are needing a little bit more time. Oops, sorry. All right, Brennan Hunt, did you put the link on there for us? Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that before we move on. Thank you for doing that. Find. I have so many links open. Hang on. Let me go back to. All right, guys, just 1 second. I have closed out what I needed, so I'm gonna have to do this first, really fast. I've got y'all slung on the. Just 1 second. We'll cite Brennan's source, and then we'll see about tech time. So. Let me go back really fast, guys. I've got you on here fast, but I'm going to get you off. All right, here we go. Okay, so here we go. Brennan. Okay, so this is Brennan's British Library, and this is a very good source. Okay, so the first thing we're looking for is an author. Guys, as we go through this, I want you all to be working on this as well. So this is from the British Library, is the publisher, and the webpage, it's the online gallery Mythical Quest, is what it is. This is the title, The Mythical Quest, in Search of Adventure, Romance, and Enlightenment. This is what we would put down if we can find no author. Typically, encyclopedias don't have one author, they'll have editors listed. So that looks right. All right, so remind me, The Mythical Quest. So, no, that's not let me type on that. You what now? You put the title at the top? Perfect. No, this is fine. I will just copy and paste it down here. It'll save me from having to watch me type all that out. Perfect. All right, so there's the title. All right, and I'll go back and fix capitalization in just a minute. All right, so guys, what's next from that? Well, there's no, actually that would come after. We need to find the publisher and the website title. So online gallery Mythical Quest is what we need next. Perfect. We put that in italics. Gallery. Now remember too, we have to always indent. Oops, not that, it's the other way around. This line. And again, guys, you just have to accept that it's nothing. Don't try to make sense out of it. It's just the way it is. As far as why we have to do it this way, it just is. And then so British Library would be the publisher, right? Now I couldn't find a date, and I used to make us put ND, NP, ND, no date, but that's not the case any longer. So it looks like since there's no date, the only thing left to do is do what? Web. The date you accessed it was yesterday, Brennan. 6 October 2020, followed by the link you provided. And that is it. That's it. She's done. She's finished. Okay, guys, I know this is painful. I know it's kind of like pulling a fly's wings off, maybe. I don't know, but it's necessary to learn. Okay, so you have your tech time now. I know I was griping with you, but I do mean it. I think we just need to make sure we're doing our job. All right. Yes, got to stay on task, guys. I do. All right, so now's your tech time, and I'm going to stop recording. Does anybody have any questions?